targeting Muslims specifically is a good idea because it clarifies the niche very much, and it actually enables you to go much deeper in a clearer way. So I think focusing on Muslims is very good. I think also Muslims are huge consumers of this whole thing, which is video. So for me, I think generally overall, I think it's a really good idea to go specific into Muslims, and especially if the whole notion of it is using Islamic ethics and things like that, it makes a lot of sense, right? If you were doing something very generic, like building PCs, for example, there's not really much Islamic stuff you're doing with it, you're just a Muslim who's doing it, maybe you could say, yeah, let's keep it general. But if you're going to go quite deep and you're going to go quite big on this thing, then I think it makes a lot of sense for you to focusing on Muslims. In terms of the kind of videos to make, all this kind of stuff, I've seen a lot of YouTubers say something similar, and that is that a lot of them talk about making videos for their younger selves. So for example, like now I might know a lot of things about XYZ, but 5 years ago maybe I didn't know these things, or maybe I wish I'd known these things, or I wanted to teach myself these things, whatever it is, but for your younger self. Or the other thing I've heard a lot of good YouTubers say is that they make videos that they would like to see. So I think your interests and what you want to do and all these things, they're very important. And I think one of the things I would advise is that you basically get clear on your avatar. So I would sit down and I would write it out, who is my avatar, right? So then I'll be like, my avatar is typically a guy who's 29 years old. He wants to have an impact in the world. He wants to make a difference in the world. He's struggling with his confidence. He's struggling with speaking up when he needs to. He feels like he doesn't have good communication. He is this and that. And you come up with a picture of the person that you're trying to help. And then from there, you can even do something called 10 by 10 by 4, it's called, where you basically say, what are 10 questions that this person would be asking? So me, like 10 years ago, what questions would I be asking? Maybe I'd be asking like, how do I do volunteering? Or how do I learn new skills? Or how do I earn more money? Or how do I free up my time? Or how do I get a better job? And each of these questions, they kind of form a YouTube video, right? And then the other side of it is that you can also say, so these are 10 questions they're asking. Maybe you could also do a set of video called 10 questions they should be asking. So you write a list out, what should they be asking? So for example, someone might be asking, how can I make more money right now? What they should be asking is, how can I gain new skills fast? Right? So then those ideas of 10 questions they should be asking, they become like a big thing as well, where each of those questions can become a video. And then of course I would still say that you would go and test these ideas, like the ideas you write, go to your YouTubers who are similar to you, see if they have anything similar, because I think what will apply to the non-Muslims will apply to the Muslims overall in most cases, right? For example, if non-Muslims are struggling with procrastination, I think Muslims would be as well. Then you could go deep into how Islam helps you to overcome procrastination, those kind of things. We said you can do different topics as well, because the topics generally, if you pick a mass population, it will be similar, right? For example, someone who has low confidence, they may also suffer from overthinking. Okay, they could be connected. If I do something with low confidence, that will also apply to the people who have overthinking. And if I do something for overthinking, that will probably be relevant to people who have low confidence as well. These things are interconnected. It's the same. Sometimes business connects with tech very closely, and tech connects with business very closely, right? So you can have these boundaries, but the main thing is, like you see with Hamza and other big YouTubers, they have a general area where when you come on YouTube and you're like, okay, I'm in this mood, I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch this. When I'm in this mood, I'm going to watch this. So it's just that kind of genre, that mood, that kind of, what are they coming for? You need to be consistent in that, I think.